This tool.
Well, I noticed something that you sent me this. We watched it and we talked about it. I noticed something else about it that we could talk about. It's funny. But this is Pierre Poilievre. His message. He's trying to look deep in our soul. And let's watch this first. Maybe not the whole thing. It's just cringe. 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Now, he's in his cabin with the wood.
Oh,
he's got the flannel on.
He's the working man. He's the common man.
Tucker does the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
Tucker Carlson tries to pretend to be like a regular dude, putting on the flannel.
Yeah. And
meanwhile,
now look,
his name is like Tucker McNear Swanson. Like it's
like
he's
from
like
a
an
rich
heir
ass family.
to a fucking fortune. Like,
oh yeah,
motherfucker, you don't wear flannel, okay?
But at least with Tucker though, I know he does that, but he also from time to time will admit that he's like an aristocrat, and he's like,
yeah,
I'm not actually one of these guys. He at least will say that. Pierre, he doesn't. Very much.
I haven't
Although
seen him, no.
But he's not as much of a rich bitch as Tucker. But he's
That's
still.
right, he isn't actually.
But he,
Look.
And so let's pay attention first of all to the intro and like the acting, because I'll bring this up later.
Look at these scars.
Wow.
Each one of them represents the swing of an axe by a logger, converted by hand. Logs.
And that's why this is the main thing why I don't like this. It is acting.
Oh yeah.
It's just I don't like this. I never liked this.
Converted by hand. Logs.
Yeah. Was it him? No, it's Ben Shapiro.
Scripted this. Like
Yeah.
somebody, this is scripted, right? They wrote this down.
Yes.
They,
Well,
like,
yeah.
Into
You'll see later.
posts and beams that became the bones of
because here he does
barns
he's a good speaker, so like
that
this
dotted the countryside of Canada for
if you don't tell someone, they might go, "Oh, this is a nice speech," but it is written, it's all scripted, it's all this, but
hundreds of years. This post and these boards
kneels down.
probably on a barn for centuries. I picked them up from a local farmer. $10 a
he
board,
picked them up himself.
$50 a post. I had to clean them by hand, scrape
Oh, look at
off
this
all
photo.
the shit and mud and debris in order to bring out this beautiful honeycombed exterior that you see now.
I hate the descriptiveness about this, like the honeycomb. I don't like that when people do that.
But
Look how much I know about this.
it made me think, why did I go through so much trouble when I could have simply gone to a hardware store and picked up some boards that I could have painted whatever color I wanted. They would have been planed and perfectly cut rather than jagged and out of line like this wood behind me. Why is it that so many coffee shops and restaurants go through the same trouble that I did? I think it's because these boards have a story.
No, it looks a certain way. Also, they're strong. These are strong boards, strong wood. That beam, strong as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
That's why. Not the story. Imagine I'm like shopping at Home Depot. You want some wood? All right. What are you building? This shed, whatever. Which wood has a story? And I'm looking for the wood you have.
Yeah, does your
Tell me
wood
the
have
story.
Yo, man, my wood will tell you some stories.
That's a nice one.
Not only the hard work of the men and women who built these barns, but also the way that nature, through wind, sun, rain, sleet, painted this beautiful patina.
Patina. Don't never use that word ever in my.
Especially when you're trying to be like a working class guy.
It's patina.
This beautiful patina.
Oh,
this
yeah,
beautiful honeycomb patina that's been painted on these boards.
Feed me a grape.
Side of them. And what I'm doing,
In
what
my asshole.
all of us do when we bring these boards into our house, is we are reclaiming something that was already there. And that's what my campaign is about. It's not about inventing some brand new utopia out of scratch. It's about reclaiming the freedom that is our natural right Freedom is not an old idea. It's not a new idea. It's a timeless idea.
The music.
It's one that we discover and sometimes lose. And our tradition of freedom goes back about 800 years to the Magna Carta in the fields
of... He starts to fucking... The idea of freedom goes back 800 years to the Magna Carta.
What?
Really? Really, Pian?
800 years, Magna Carta. That's where freedom...
Magna Carta. You're telling me that the idea of freedom came to people under, like, royal rule? That's where we came up with the idea of freedom?
Yeah. That's where we came up with.
After the Magna Carta was signed, they were still ruled by a fucking king.
Yes.
Like, that's not... They didn't reclaim freedom there. They were still ruled by a fucking king.
Yeah, I think all... most people that were under, like, who were slaves, let's say.
The Magna Carta didn't
understood
really
freedom.
Shit, let me say that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, even under feudalism, the people that were, like, the peasants still understood what freedom was. They wanted to have a better life, right? It's like, I would assume.
Freedom is.
Yeah, it's, like, not a concept that was introduced from the Magna Carta. It's kind of more something that the Europeans...
And if anything, it definitely wasn't reclaimed under a king. Like...
Yeah, it's just...
You could have used the Haitian slave revolt. That would have been better.
Yeah, you're right.
Runnymede, when the commoners forced King John to sign the Great Charter. But they didn't invent freedom on that day. They reclaimed it. They discovered something that was already there. Just like the loggers here, they did not invent this beam.
Freedom.
The beam
even that they claimed freedom on that day. Like, they definitely did not claim freedom on that day, man.
No.
You're telling me that people in 1200, like in 1200 England, fucking had freedom? No.
No.
Always inside the log. They just had to slice off the exterior rounded parts so that it would be square, so that the mortises and tenons could go together and hold that structure up for so many hundreds of years against the powerful winds of nature and time. They discovered something. They unlocked something that was already inside that log. It was naturally there. By contrast, the statists, the big government, so-called liberals of today...
You mean like you mean the government that you're a fucking part of? Like,
yeah.
You're a fucking member. this evil statist government to which I am a member.
There are two big parties here in Canada for big governments.
You're running for the leadership of one of the two main parties that has fucked the country for hundreds of years. Okay? Big statist government. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You
are the statist government, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you're the conservative side.
That's all it is. It's just, you're the other side.
Or the timeless ideas. They want to sweep away our history so that they can invent a new utopia from scratch. They can tear down all our statues and ban all kinds of words and books. Then they can make us forget.
Books? I'm sure you're going to be banning books or something. I don't put that past you.
How we got here and take us to a place we've never been. A utopia, ironically, is a Greek word for no place. Because the utopia they promise is one that has never existed.
Well, you're the one that call it a utopia. The liberals never call it a utopia. That's at least one thing. Like,
it's a fucking straw man.
Exactly.
Does not exist and will never exist. It is nothing more than a pretext to give them vast new
because, like,
power.
The other side could just as easily say that your fucking vision is utopic as well.
Yeah.
You want to go back to some time of Canada that never actually fucking existed, where you say we had some sort of freedom. Meanwhile, what you really mean is we should go back to a time when, white conservative fucks can basically say and do whatever they want, but nobody else can say or do what they actually want.
That's all I remember from
That's what he wants.
Yeah, that's what I remember from a good conservative in power, is that it was just the same thing on the other side. So I don't know. You motherfuckers.
As they've been trying to impose over the last 7 years. Well, I'm not here to invent from scratch a utopia. I'm here to allow you to reclaim what has always been
This
yours.
will
That's
work
why I
for
say
Boomer.
give you back control of your life.
I see Boomer like this, watching this. Pierre, I'm on my
Not
Pierre.
as though I'm a benefactor who's going to bestow it as a gift from above. It's already yours. You just need to reclaim it. Reclaim your life.
Okay.
Reclaim your freedom.
Look how genuine that was, Carl. Now, remember what I talked to you about the acting?
Yeah.
Let's do this in French again.
Que ne représente le coup de hache?
He's gonna do everything!
And like the same motion.
It's
like,
the same shit!
Agriculteurs
But now he can't speak French very well, so that's gonna be cringe.
qui ont équarri ce bois en
Gonna try to be
poteaux
genuine,
pour bâtir des granges dans lesquelles ils faisaient leur travail il y a 100 ans ou 200 ans.
He's gonna
Aussi,
kneel down to the
vous
boards
regardez
here. Ah!
Ces
Oh no!
planches.
They did the photo
Je les ai achetées, celui-là pour 50 $ et chacune d'ici pour 10 $, pour les mettre sur les murs de mon bureau chez moi à Ottawa. Ça fait beaucoup de travail.
Ça fait
Et
beaucoup
je
de
me suis
travail.
demandé pourquoi est-ce que j'ai pris cet effort? Pourquoi est-ce que
Sit down on
les
the couch, sir.
cafés, les
You're gonna have to
restaurants,
point to the
même
thing
les
like
bureaux
this.
d'avocats
Like he
ont
says
maintenant
the same things as he's going through the same motions. Like
des genres de bois sur
Ah,
le
the face,
mur
good point,
qui-
yes.
it just this really shows you. I like this.
Yeah,
I like
right?
the fact that Canada forces politicians to do this because it shows you how fucking full of shit these moments are.
I don't know
Like if
about
they didn't force you to do it
force.
in both languages, we would never see something like this, right?
But now you're forced to do it. I mean, like, I guess.
Yeah, I like it, that they're
Even if
forced
you're
to do it.
trying to be genuine, you can't. That's another thing, though. But this is clearly. I mean, this is clearly. I mean, if you. I mean, if you did this by choice, it'd be even funnier. But it's you know I don't know
It's
the
like when
force.
Jaggy Singh cried in 2 languages. Like
I know.
I like these moments.
That I do love. I love the moment. Like if there's any reason that this thing is useful, it is this.
Yeah, it's shit like this where it just shows you completely transparently, like, oh, this is how full of shit you are.
Yeah.
qui
Like
proviennent
when he cried in French and English, I died.
Oh, that's that was a peak Canada right there.
Yeah.
There's nothing, no better time to be a Canadian than that time.
You cued the cry at the same moment in your speech in
Oh,
both languages.
God.
Like, man.
Did you see recently he brought his baby to the fucking
Yeah.
House of Commons? God damn.
il y a
His wife's fucking hot though.
I didn't see his wife.
200 ans. Ça serait plus facile d'aller simplement à Home Depot
A Home
pour
Depot.
acheter le bois et de le peinturer.
Same music, same this. We're gonna go back. Same little.
Nous,
Yeah.
Oh, patina! He says patina!
un patrimoine de bois.
Oh no, he doesn't. It's
C'est ça ma
patrimoine.
campagne.
But it's still.
C'est belle. C'est douce. C'est quelque chose qui vous a
What does he say at the end? Let's end this.
capta. Et c'est ce que nous devrions faire aujourd'hui, de réclamer le contrôle.
Okay, it's everything. He did another one. We can quickly look at that. What is this? Here's another one. Gratitude.
2 faulty thoughts.
We won't watch the whole thing. I just want to go from the English to French real quick.
The country seems hopelessly divided.
Oh, this one I saw. This is all I saw, but I already got angry. Look at the hand gesture he does to separate.
The country seems hopelessly divided.
Are you swimming?
Yeah. Are you swimming, bro?
Doing the breaststroke.
The country seems hopelessly divided
Yeah, are they?
between 2 faulty thoughts.
He's gonna do it in French too.
One is that Canada is just perfect the way it is, and we should let our government leaders just tell us what to do, and they'll lead us to all the right answers. We can just take it all for granted.
No, but when we elect you, then we can take that mentality. That's what he wants.
That's what he wants. Yeah.
Once I'm elected, then you can go on and
Yeah.
do that.
Then you can back the leader no matter what he says.
Then there are those who say the country is irredeemably broken, that there's no qualities that make it worth living in, and we should just give up. both of these mistakes can be cured with the same thing:
Jumps off the bridge. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
gratitude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, especially if all parliamentarians followed him.
Yeah, well, I mean that's good. That would be a good
That'd be a good start.
recommendation. Let's do French now. Let's swim in French.
Notre pays semble être divisé entre deux
Divisé.
erreurs
Oh, he did it small though. Now.
de pensée.
Yeah, it's smaller.
Il y a un groupe qui pense que tout est beau. Il n'y a rien à
Tout est
réparer
beau.
ici au Canada. On devrait juste permettre nos politiciens et nos gouvernements de prendre les décisions pour nous et tout va bien aller. Il y a un autre groupe
You should learn to. Here's the next. Now you've learned the words. Now you need to tie one word to another. So,
qui n'a pas d'espoir pour nous et tout va bien aller.
bien aller. There's an N there. You need
Yeah.
to tie those two together. Bien aller. You got this, Pierre.
Il y a un autre groupe qui n'a pas d'espoir, qui pense que le Canada est tout à fait brisé, on peut rien faire pour la...
Actually, give up on your French. It's terrible.
Dude.
So, anyways, I wanted to laugh about that.
Yeah.
Or laugh at that. You know, that is the best way to see if someone's full of shit. You'll watch the French
Yeah,
version.
it just shows you how full of shit these fake political moments are. All of them are like this. All of them are full of shit. We just have a way of showing it very transparently. Because we're like, hey, we're going to do the same thing 2 times.
Twice, yeah. Make sure everything's on cue. The crying, everything.
Yeah, crying included, like emotional ups and downs included in your,
Yeah.
So like that those tears that come in when you read this portion of the speech, like you're not actually tearing up. You've cued yourself to do that. I love that we get to fucking see that.
I love that.
Because a lot of other countries, the politicians behave the same way, but you don't get to see it nearly as transparently.
That's right. It's very transparent.